YouTube is one of the most useful technologies to use for language learning. It gives us access to literally millions and millions of videos of language content. I've been using YouTube in the past to study French, Spanish, and now more recently Polish. In this video I'm going to show you 10 features that every language teacher and every language student should know. If you learn these features, you'll be able to work with YouTube much more effectively, find content much more effectively, organize content much more effectively, but also get some really useful benefits when it comes to language learning. I'm going to show you a few really lovely tricks in this video. I've created a menu system to make it easy to navigate between the 10 different ideas. I'll be as quick and concise as I can so we can quickly get through the 10 features, because this is really going to change the way you work with YouTube. Really hope you like the video, and if you do, please like it, please share it, please comment on it, and please join me on my YouTube channel. Any of those things will really help to boost my algorithm on YouTube. Thank you very much. First thing I want to do is to show you how you can find transcripts on YouTube. So I'm going to write in shopping in English. So this is really a technique for searching. And then what you want to do is click over here to the filters. Now if you click on these filters, you've got lots of choices and many of these are useful. You might want videos from only this year. You might want to search for playlists. You might want videos that have only got subtitles. Now for language teachers and language students, this is really useful. So I would click on that, but also go back to the filters. Another very useful one for us as language learners is to choose the length, the duration of the video. So for example, I might only want videos between 4 and 20 minutes. So that's a really useful, and now you'll notice that every single video has the word subtitles underneath it because they've all got subtitles. Now I'm going to show you how to find those subtitles. So let's click on this video here. We know it's got subtitles. The magic button that you want to click on to get the subtitles is to come down to here and click on Show Transcript. Now it's going to bring you down to here and you need to click on Show Transcript. Okay, and the transcript will arrive on the right hand side. Now sometimes if the transcript is in more than one language, then you can click here and access other languages where you can watch this. For example, this transcript is in Russian, or in fact we could even choose English auto generate. So you've got options. Now you haven't always got options, it depends on the settings of the video. Now if I turn this video on, you'll notice that I can actually use the transcript to control the video. So if I click here,
for example, I'm looking for some running shoes.
This top in green.
Look at 3 phrases from the dialogue. I'm looking to say what you want.
Okay, so you can actually use this transcript, and you can script for it here, to control the video. And the useful thing about this is it means that you can keep clicking on the same sentence and hearing it repetitively. And that is something that I do a lot when I'm studying Polish. Just a super quick break from the video just to tell you 2 things. Firstly, people always ask me, how do you make your videos? I use Camtasia, and what I've done is I've put a link so you can download Camtasia for free and test it out in the description. And there are also 2 links to access and buy Camtasia with an additional discount if you use the links that I've provided below. There's a very generous link for those people working in education, plus an additional 10% because it's my link. There's also a link to a free complete course in how to use Camtasia. The other thing is, if you like this video and you want more videos, come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. You'll find loads of content, and you can access all the different menu items here at the top, or just scroll through the first page. I make videos on how to use technology to support language learning and language teaching. There is a newsletter that you can sign up to, and at the moment there's a 14-part free video course in how to use technology in your language teaching and your language learning. There are no tricks, it's completely free, and I send you a video about every 3 or 4 days. Let's get back to the video now. Now sometimes you want to actually access the phrases here and maybe check them in Google Translate. And there's a couple of things to do. First of all, if you want to do this, just click up here and turn off the timestamp, because this means then that you've just got the sentences. And now what you can do is just any sentence, hold down your mouse and you can copy it. Now what I often do, if I've got a phrase that I don't understand, I will often just copy it and then I'll jump over to Google Translate. You can find Google Translate in your apps. So if you go to your apps and click on Google Translate, and this is a lovely setting. So if I click on Polish, because I'm studying Polish and I want a translation to English, I can then paste that word in and it will give me the translation. Now the other good thing that it does is if I click on this button here, it will add it to my word list of words that I'm currently studying. So you might ask, well, where is the word list? Well, the word list is down here. So you can click here and you can see, and you can actually see that I've put all my phrases in that I want to study. So they're all here listed in Polish and in English. So that's a really useful thing to do, how you can connect Google Translate to YouTube. Now, just a couple of tips about Google Translate. This video obviously is about YouTube, but I thought it'd be worth just quickly mentioning this. When you got your phrases here, remember you click here to see all the ones that have been saved. If after a while you've learnt a phrase and you don't want to keep it, well, just click on the star and that phrase will be removed. Now this kind of list of all your phrases is really useful because you can also listen to your phrases. So for example, I'm studying Polish and I want to listen to my phrases each morning.
Wstaję o 6 rano. Powietrze jest gęste.
I can click through and listen to them and of course repeat and practice. Right, let's get back to YouTube, but Google Translate and YouTube work really well together. Depending on the language that was used and the settings in YouTube, there are various other things that you can do. If you click here on the settings, you'll often find that you've got the subtitle option here, and you can click, and in many cases you're able to choose by clicking on auto translate from a whole range of different languages that you might want to see this translated into. Some people like, for example, to listen in one language but read in their native language, and that is something I sometimes do in Polish. It does depend on the way that the video was uploaded and the settings, but you need to click here and go to your subtitles and see what options are available. And remember, always click on auto translate if the language is not available that you want, because if you click on auto translate, then it's going to give you lots of options. Now remember, that doesn't mean to say that the translation will be perfect, but it will give you a really good guide as to what is being said, particularly if you struggle with the language. Another really useful feature for language teachers is if you click here, and I do this sometimes, and that is I slow the speed of delivery down. Now I don't do it too drastically, it doesn't work, but 0.75 can work well, and when I study Polish I often do this, so I'll just slow it down to 0.75. That can be a very useful feature. Now, anytime you like a video, the first thing that you should do is click on the channel that video comes from. And you can always find that just underneath, and it's normally next to a little icon. So I've got this one here, Oxford Online English. Click on it. And then all you need to do is click on videos, and you'll see just how many videos are being uploaded onto that particular channel and whether you like that channel. Now, if you do, the most important thing to do is to subscribe to it. If you subscribe to a channel, the reason that is so useful, it means then it will be in your subscription list. You can always find your subscription list by just coming on the right hand side, and you'll notice here that it says subscriptions. If you scroll down, so you're looking on the right hand side. If I click here, and just to show you that I go to my YouTube channel, well, I'm already on my YouTube channel anyway, so let's just do this from coming back here. And then if I click on YouTube, and then once I come onto YouTube, I come over to the left hand side, come down to my subscriptions, Now, sometimes not all of your subscriptions will be open, so if you need to open all of them, then click here and suddenly you'll have a list of all your subscriptions. Then you can click on any channel that you subscribe to and see the videos that have been uploaded. Remember, this is the useful button. Whenever you're on a channel, click on videos and it will show you all the latest videos that have been uploaded onto that channel. Just like your subscriptions, if you go to your YouTube channel and look on your left hand side at the top, you will see your watch later list. You can see all of the videos. I really make a lot of use of watch later because I often see videos that I want to watch and I simply haven't got the time to watch them in that moment. And then you can watch the videos from here, and of course what you can do is once you finish is you right click here and just click on remove from watch later, and then that removes that video. But this is a great way of being able to save very quickly any videos that you can't watch now but you want to watch at a future point. Okay, I really hope you liked that video, and if you did, please come over to teachertrainingvideos.com. There's loads more free videos. There's a menu system here at the top, but also if you scroll down, you'll see lots of free content on the opening page. You can also find out about my courses, and you can also sign up to the newsletter. If you sign up to the newsletter, there is a free 14-part course in how to use technology in teaching and learning. There are no tricks. I share with you one video every 4 to 5 days looking at different topics, and those videos are normally about 10 to 15 minutes long. And you'll also get the weekly updates of any new videos that I produce, as well as any free webinars that we're running, any new courses we're running, etc. Finally, if you do want to contact me about doing some training with you as an individual or an organization, then please, you can contact me from the website. I'm going to leave some more videos on the screen now of some interesting topics that I think you might find worth watching.